hit down for me, please. Hit down twice. All right, so let's look at this term, geopolitics. Geopolitics. Maddie, can you tell me can you read what geopolitics is?
Controlling a piece of land because it is a strategic location.
What does that mean?
Somewhere that can help benefit you.
Something that can help benefit you, okay. But why would you need to control a piece of land that help benefit you? Give me an example. Help me understand.
Rome on top of hills. So, whenever attackers came, they could shoot down. They had the advantage on that one.
Oh, this is true. If I wanted to take over New York City, the 5 boroughs, right? Where would be a good spot for me to take over? Manhattan. Why is it Manhattan though? Because it's hilly?
It's in the middle.
Wait, I can't hear. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's an island, and even though it's an island, you're still able to travel to all 4 different boroughs
Easily, absolutely. So wherever you're located, it can make a great position for you, right? To attack someone or to prevent an attack, right? Now, what about for trading purposes? Trading purposes. What would be a good place to start from? Like, remember back in U.S. history when we learned about how when the French came over to the Americas, and what were they only interested in doing? Because British wanted to take over the Americas. What did the French want to do? Trade to control what specifically? Ports.
Oh.
Why did they want to control ports?
So they could control.
Because they control trade. And if you control trade, what do? You can make money. So the purpose of this geopolitics really is about making money. It's all it's about. Right? Hit down for me, please. Oh, wait, stop right there. Now, I wrote this earlier because the Mediterranean Sea, great location, right? Which empires are around the Mediterranean Sea? Well, it wasn't throughout time. Ottoman Empire, Byzantine, and Roman Empire. Those are the 3. They're all surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. And everybody know about the Bosporus Strait, right?
Yeah.
Give me a country in the Bosporus Strait. Starts with a T.
Turkey.
Turkey, good, right? And of course, there's canals for trade. We're going to talk about that later on today. Hit down for me, please. Now, here's some examples of what geopolitics was and why the Crimean War existed in 1853. Here's some reasons why this Crimean War existed. Reasons why. And then you guys talked about the Ottoman Empire and the Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire, how they're all surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. Right? Simply because it's the best trading ports, access to other nations. What 3 continents is the Mediterranean Sea surround? Africa, Asia, and Europe. Good. Now, let's say, and anybody remember which empire the Ottoman Empire took over? Because the Ottoman Turks came in and they took over what? Not the Mongols. There was an empire. But Roman. They took over the Romans because the Romans took over the Byzantine. Romans took over the Byzantine. So the Ottoman Empire took over the Roman Empire, and they all existed around this area here. Now I know you can really see this map here, right? But what you see here is half of the Mediterranean Sea. You see Turkey, and you see the Black Sea. Now, if we go north from the Black Sea, which country is up there in the north from the Black Sea? You can look on the maps on your desk if need be. Find the Black Sea. Tell me which country is north of that. Where? What? Look at the Black Sea. Tell me what country you see north of that. Go north and go east. Oh,
Turkey.
Bulgaria.
Russia.
The Russians wanted to control that port. For what reason? Trade. So the Russians came into the Black Sea, and guess who was taking over? Who had Turkey? Who's controlling this area? The Ottomans. So the Ottomans were taking over, were in control. Were the Russians and Ottomans going to fight each other? Of course they will fight, because you're not going to come to my area and say it's okay. Of course not. So the thing is, Russians and the Ottomans fought. In 1853, this was the Crimean War. Now, thing is, Russians lost this battle. So sad. But the thing is, they didn't just lose like that. They didn't just lose. They had help. Why do you think the British and the French helped them win this war?
So they can use the port too.
So they can use the port too. Not someone. It doesn't matter what the raw material was. The fact that there was raw materials and the fact that there was open ports, because they wanted to hand it in too. British and French had to say so. How many of you played Monopoly before? Right? How many of you wanted to buy property from somebody else and they didn't want to sell, and you had to make a deal? You say, yo, if I buy this property from you, I will let you. Every time you land on it, you can have or something like that, right? That's a deal. So they made a deal. Help me win this war, and I got this deal for you. Right? It could be a deal. Let's see. Hit down. Oh wait, I want to mention this only because this was a major landmark, right? I know this is not really part of our curriculum, but it's something important. Like Florence Nightingale. Anybody know who she is? Florence Nightingale. Now, although it's not part of our curriculum, it's important to know this because during the Crimean War, this woman was helping out these wounded soldiers. Like, when I mean helping out, it's like when they were hurt, she would bandage, she would help them, she would patch them up, she would talk to them, she would provide, like, not just counseling services, but she would also provide aid, like medical services. In fact, she is the one who started the very first nursing program. Yes, but also the nursing program too. She opened up a lot of schools. It's because of Florence Nightingale, the profession nurse existed because of her. And the reason I didn't want to continue on and not mention Florence Nightingale. That's why this photo's up here. All right, look down. Yes. Now again, we're in this unit of imperialism. And remember there are 4 different types of imperialism. We know about the colony, right? We know of the spheres of influence, which we're going to talk about tomorrow, though. The spheres of influence. That's tomorrow. But here we're going to talk about something like economics, economic imperialism. That's what today is really about. Economic imperialism. Yesterday we spoke of something called the Panama Canal. Bubakar, you remember the Panama Canal? Why was that successful, or what was the deal about the Panama Canal?
It was to shorten the distance of trade between North and South America.
Right, shorten the distance, just in case you didn't hear him, shorten the distance between North and South America. That distance. So instead of going all the way around, like if you're coming from North America, let's say from California, and you want to travel, let's say, to Brazil, instead of going all the way around South American continent, you can actually cut through using the Panama Canal. Right? That's to shorten the distance. And what was the purpose of shortening the distance? For what reason? Faster trade. You get there quicker, right? So look at this. The Suez Canal, what do you think this is for? The same exact thing. Same thing. The French started to build this, but they ran out of money. They couldn't finish building it. And this is what makes nations stronger than others, the economic power. Great Britain has the economic power. Why do you think Great Britain has this economic power?
Because of the colonies they took over.
Because of the colonies they took over. Yes. So they had this, they took over the payments, finished building it, and then this became their lifeline. They used this Suez Canal to get to other colonies or other nations for trade, and also to expand their trade, but also to take over other nations. A faster route into Asia. And if we're talking about Asia, what do you think Great Britain is going to go right now if we're going into Asia? What would be a good spot to take over? China haven't been taken over by anyone from the West. India. You guys know that. Sit down. Before we get there, I want you to tell me 2 major religions in India. Hinduism. This started in India, but it's not a major. Islam. So those 2 are big. I know there's a huge box on your papers, and you just write in Hinduism, or Hindu, and Muslim, or Islam, however you want to say it. I know there's huge box just for those 2 things. Sit down for me, please. It's the reason why I'm asking you that, because did the Hindus and the Muslims get along with each other?
No.
They wasn't playing, they wasn't happy. They didn't get along with each other. And the thing is, whenever there's a civil war, what can happen if there's a civil war? What can happen if there's a civil war?
Unification.
Lack of unification. And if you're not unified, another nation can come in and just take over. Easily. So let's talk about this. Let's look at this colonialism in India really fast. Take a look at this for a moment. Control. The British East Indian Company. Would you say that's a business?
No.
A company, a business? Yeah, it's a business. Business. Economic imperialism involves what exactly, Darryl? Economic imperialism.
Economic imperialism
Yeah.
involves taking over their trade, commerce.
Taking over this, it could be that. Yeah, sure. What do you mean taking over though? Explain to me like I'm a 6-year-old.
Controlling it, ruling it,
Who's ruling it? The country?
Yeah, people taking over.
The people taking over?
What is your question?
Question is, what is economic imperialism?
Why would the weaker nation be taking control of their own?
The weekend is not. But it's not so much a nation taking over. It's a business taking over. Right? The British East Indian Company took over India. Well, and why do you think they take over? For what reason only?
They wanted to control trade.
They want not to control trade.
Economic business.
They want to make money, make business. So if I'm making money, what am I going after? You don't have to be anything specific. You have to mention anything specific so you can get there. Just raw materials. Whatever raw materials that exist there in India, that is what I want. But the thing is, they have to know India, right? They have to know what's in India. And of course, they got wind of what India has. And anybody know how the climate is in India? Hot. Hot. But there's a problem in India, though, climate-wise. What's the problem that exists in India to this day?
Desert.
What? There's two deserts, definitely. That's not a problem. That's a problem, but not a big problem. Monsoons. And what's a monsoon? Heavy winds, rains, or rain rather, right? So they got to worry about that. But the thing is, this is very dry. But they look forward to those monsoons. Monsoons are good and it's bad. There can be too much water. But in this case, it waters it. So the thing is, India is a great location. It's right next to the Indian Ocean. On one side, the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. You can grow all year round as long as there's enough water, right? So the crops or what they used to grow was tea and opium. Anybody ever heard of opium?
Yeah.
Where's opium? Where's opium? You heard the word before.
Is it? No.
Oh, no. That's another thing.
They're not.
Opium is a highly addictive drug.
Yes.
Okay.
So methane is like cooked in the lab, crack cocaine cooked in the lab, right? Weed is grown, but opium is worse than all of those. And this is grown. But why would Great Britain be interested in growing opium? Well, it's come from like a seed anyway, and they use it to make opium. That's what I mean. They don't grow opium. It's made, and then they use the seeds, whatever, to make opium. But why would they grow this? For what purpose? Let me tell you a little story. Do you remember? I told you that there was a British went to a particular country and was like, hey, I want to trade with you. And that particular country was like, you don't have anything I want. Anybody know what that country is? China. Because remember, China was like the middle kingdom, right? They sold themselves. They was what? Ethnocentric. Yeah, it's like, I don't need anything you got at all. And so, you know what Great Britain did? It's smart.